You'll see there's various kinds of artwork on the different walls here. Much of it is mine, some of it's Debbie's. There's some by other people also. And on this wall, there are a whole series of my mezzotints. This one of gladioli. Deborah's late father loved gladioli, and so I did a bunch for her to give away. And this is a translation in black and white of what was once a very colourful picture by the Dutch. And here's to us a 4-plate mezzotint in which each colour is printed one on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other in succession. And the next one is a mezzotint of a cloister, photograph taken in Italy, and it's a good example of the rich velvety blacks that can be achieved by mezzotints without any acids or chemicals, just a lot of elbow grease. And here is another 4-plate colour mezzotint, in which the yellow is more prominent, and especially where the blue is over the yellow on the creamer, you get this pale sort of green. And the next one is slow motion. This was actually a machine back in the 20s, which was attached to the movie cameras. It was sort of like a governor, which prevented the movie camera from going too fast, so that they were able to do slow motion pictures. And in the last one over here, this is from a photograph that I took in the early morning, actually in Lakeland. I was very interested in the shadows. And it has a kind of an Edward Hopper look, to me anyway, but it's really a straightforward mezzotint. Mezzotints tend to be rather static. It's a very versatile medium, but many of the artists who do mezzotints seem to want to depict inanimate things, like the top of a desk with the books on it or that sort of thing, and it does tend to be very static. You look at it, it looks at you, nothing else happens. Now some people, some artists, they have such expertise in doing mezzotints that they really look like photographs. And so I always think, so what? Take a photograph. However, if you combine with dry point, which means basically just scratching the plate somehow, in addition to mezzotinting, they become very much more dynamic, and here's some good examples of that. As you can see, this first one, there's a horse in the middle, part of it's been mezzotinted. Then there are 2 figures, one on each side, taking care of the horse. They're not, they're just scratched. And then around it is a frame that is made of mezzotinting. And here's another one. This one, incidentally, not only was rocked, but it was also scratched with emery paper, sandpaper. A lot of those markings are sandpaper, and then that's burnished out. Here's one that's much more typical. As you can see, there's mezzotinting in the left-hand corner and a lot of dry point elsewhere. Likewise this one. Top right, bottom left, all mezzotint. The rest all scratching and scraping. And this one is sort of a blend of everything. Probably doesn't really fit in with this quite as well as the others do as examples.